I want to emphasize on two things. One, that this is one battle that is not supposed to be limited to government alone. Every citizen has a role to play in this, and it's in our own interest as citizens to continue to be lucky, because Nigeria had only 2 cases. One has been confirmed negative, and we are battling to get the other one, the remaining one, out of the COVID. So we are very lucky, we are very fortunate, but I think we shouldn't push our luck too far. We should continue to be very observant of all those regulations that the technical experts give us. Here, I believe that the federal government has done very well so far, but I think there's need for federal government to do a little more, and that is in the area of testing centers. There is at the moment no testing center in the entire Southeast. There is supposed to be a testing center in the Southeast. At the moment, the entire North has no testing center. Abuja is Federal Capital Territory. So the entire North cannot have no testing center. When you have this kind of situation, you need to take very immediate action to test and confirm or whatever it is. So I believe that the federal government is supposed to do that. We as an assembly, we are prepared to support the federal government. If the request is for money, for resources, we are going to support it for those testing centers to be provided in the Southeast and in the northern part. And even those that have been established, we want to suggest that we continue to upgrade the standard, that we don't allow anything to tamper with standard requirement for those testing centers to be very functional. The second issue is for isolation centers that state governments are building. Many of our states, in fact, almost every state has established one isolation center or the other. I think the federal government, the federal Ministry of Health particularly, should come up with a standard. That standard should be replicated in all the states, even if it means the federal government will provide the technical assistance, so that states do not just establish isolation centers based on what they think should be an isolation center. So we need, especially through our Committee on Health, as well as Committee on Primary Health and Communicable Diseases, to ensure that we work with the Federal Ministry of Health, to work with the states to ensure that the isolation centers are standardized, that what you find in Kogi is what you find in Lagos, and what you find in Taraba and Sokoto, and so on and so forth. Once again, let me thank Mr. Chairman, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Health, and his counterpart, who is oversighting the primary health and communicable diseases, for keeping us up to date and doing their work very, very well. Thank you very much.